So I've just got a new plant in there, it's just stuck in. So I'm going to do a water change now and do some replanting. Everything's going pretty well. I'm really happy with this storage on the way. It's finally starting to carp it out. With this ambulia up the back here, with some of the cuttings, I just replanted the roots and not the top half, and that really didn't seem to grow very well. So I've learnt that for next time, just to keep the top halves. And there's been a little bit of die off in the hair grass. I don't know if you can see that bit there, but I'm going to wash all that out and give it a really good siphon. I've recently had some of these Julie cories and they're doing really well. There's 7 of those in there. Quite active. Anyway, I'll give it a good clean and I'll give you an update once it's done. Alright, so the water change is done. So basically, all I've done is about a 20 litre water change. So the major differences in terms of plants, I split up this one bunch of dwarf hairgrass here and put it into some smaller bunches. Just hasn't been growing too well, and hopefully that allows it just to spread a little bit more. So with the ambulia, I've basically pulled off all the old portions and just having the top bits that were still nice and bright green, and I've replanted them. And that new plant I've got, that one at the back, I forget the name, so if anyone can help me out, I think it might be milfoil, I don't know, let me know guys. So further than that, you can see I've got a bit of moss there, peacock moss growing. That's starting to come nice and green. That bit there looks dead, but if you come from the other side, you see it's starting to grow. As that starts to grow, we'll move it up the wood here. So Stavro repens is doing really well. It's really starting to carpet quite nicely if you look up. But again, I don't know, I guess a bit slow. My other plants, so my 2 Rotala species, that's Wallichi there, and that's rotundifolia. They're not growing as well as I would have hoped. The new growth is all really thin, so I think that might just be because there's been no CO2 for a little while now. I guess. I guess the other problem I've got at the moment is I need to get some proper tools, just because the tweezers I have are too short, which means when I need to replant a piece that comes up, I end up squishing quite a lot and uprooting some more. Otherwise, yeah, the hair grass is starting to come out from where it was. There's a nice sort of cinclus there. Little Amyloidea rasporas, should be 7 of those guys. They're nice and happy now. As soon as I put the cories in, they sort of became a lot more lively. The other one, I've got like a chainsaw here. I've just moved that in from a tub I had out the side, so I'm just going to use that just to fill that bit of space there. That hasn't really taken off yet. Anyway, yeah, so I've changed the CO2 cartridges over. That focuses. So you can see it's sort of 1 bubble a second at the moment. I will be playing with that a little bit this week just to get it right. I'd really like some better growth on there. There's my hydro heater there. It's working really well. But in terms of propagating the plants, I'd really like a bit of help. So in terms of the ambulia and the other plant I've got there, just to get them nice and compact. I'm starting to think they're not the right plants for this size tank, just because they grow too quickly and too bushy. But even with the Rotala species, in terms of how I should be trimming them, any information would be appreciated. Anyway, that's the tank for now. First water change in 2 to 3 weeks, but still looking fairly bright considering I've been neglecting it and it hasn't had any CO2. Anyway, so yeah, next video I'll probably put up about how to mix up some RO water to pH of 6.5 with using the C-Chem buffers, so stay tuned for that one, and I'll let you know how the tank's going. Alright, thanks a lot, see ya.